This is the ABR Roadshow. I'm Danielle DeTomo, and today we are in Jacksonville, Florida. We are at a restaurant called Johnny Angel's Diner. Now, when you walk inside, it's like taking a step back into the 1950s and 1960s. It is so cool in there, and I'm ready for that diner style food today. Let's go check it out. It's time to make some food. Got Chef Cole joining me right now. And all right, what are we making, Chef Cole?
We are making Captain Crunch French toast.
Okay, so already very excited because I love Captain Crunch. Well, first thing I want to know is about your French toast because I'm seeing some things going on here. How'd you prep that?
Well, it's just Captain Crunch in the food processor, and then we dip it in our little French toast batter, shake it up, and then prep it for everybody.
So who came up with this idea? Was this the owners, the people in the kitchen?
I believe it was the owner.
All right, so let's get started. Kind of walk me through the process here.
All right, so first you just, gotta lay a little bit of butter down so it doesn't stick.
Yep.
And then, 3 pieces in order.
So you get 3 pieces.
Oh.
So how long does this process take? What's happening right now?
Like 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay, so while that's going, I want to learn more about the toppings that we're going to put on it. Because I know the finished product's going to be like crazy loaded with stuff. So tell me what else we're going to see.
Well, it comes with a banana
There you go.
and some strawberry.
Banana, strawberry, anything else? Whipped cream or anything?
Whipped cream on top with graham cracker crust.
All right, so beautiful presentation here. I am curious though, syrup recommended or not recommended? Like, what do you say?
If you're a syrup person, I put syrup on it myself.
Okay,
But you can without it.
I feel like it's probably tasty enough though, like without the syrup, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not necessarily needed, but we about to find out. Okay, so I'm gonna get a nice bite here, and I love whipped cream. That is so delightful. If you love the carbs like me, some sweet stuff for breakfast, this is the dish for you. Fantastic job. Cole, thank you so much. All right, I'm gonna take this with me. We're gonna get more food made and learn more about the restaurant. Joining me now is 2 familiar faces with the restaurant. We got Salem and Sam, so we're glad to be chatting with both of you now. And let's start with you, Salem, because you and your wife actually started this restaurant. What year was that you opened it?
Construction on the store started in 2007, was completed and opened in May of 2008.
So tell me about it. You were like, all right, we're gonna open up a diner. We're gonna name it Johnny Angel's. Tell me how that all happened for you.
Well, the inspiration for the diner came in when I was a kid. I saw this movie called American Graffiti. You may have heard of it. Mm-hmm. It was actually starred Ron Howard and Harrison Ford. And the inspiration for the diner came from that movie itself. As a kid, I became bit up with the genre. The music, the food. The cheeseburgers, the shakes, the malts. And the whole diner atmosphere. And of course, don't forget the hot rods too. It's all part of the genre.
Yeah.
And I just fell in love with it.
Okay, there's so many things on the walls here. Some really familiar faces. There's a big Elvis when you first walk in. How did you get all of this stuff? Like, where does this all come from?
There are a number of collectors here in Jacksonville that I've dealt with over the years, and a lot of these pictures came from them. And of course I needed a really tall ladder to hang all of this stuff, and it's been a big inspiration. I think the greatest thing about all this stuff is that they're great conversation pieces.
Yes.
Our biggest demographic for the store is 55 and up. And of course, don't get me wrong. The young people love this place too, as well as the little children. They love to come in here and drink the shakes and the malts and the little ice creams that we offer the children after they finish the meal. And you know, all of this stuff is all early Americana. You know?
Yeah.
It's fabulous.
It's a great atmosphere.
I love it.
Yeah. For me, like I was born in the 90s, so stuff from the 50s is always so cool to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, what a cool like time to be alive.
Absolutely.
So coming to a place like this, when you're like probably our age that weren't alive during the 50s, it's really cool to just look around and be like, oh my God, that looks like it was such a fun time.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Tell me, you know, the future of Johnny Angels. You know, you're a new face in here. Some fun things you have planned for people in the future.
Well, thanks to Salem, you know, he already set it up for us and everything before we even bought it.
Mm-hmm.
It looked amazing, you know. I definitely think when it comes down to the future of it, we're definitely gonna open up newer locations, get it closer to the people that it's not close to. Even though a lot of people would love to try it, a lot of people don't know of it. So this is where we come in and try to push it out, show it, you know.
And with this place being around for, you know, you started it, there's been some loyal customers in here today talking about how much this restaurant means to them. What is this restaurant to the community? What do you think people say when they talk about Johnny Angels?
Feels like home. That's the biggest thing that they take away then. When they come in here, they sit down. I mean, we built this place for you, really.
Yeah.
You come in here, you sit down, you order a piece of pie, have a cup of coffee, and you sit and you reminisce about what was good in America at the time.
Now I do want to, I mean, gosh, we've been talking about food this whole time and I've got to try some more. So I want to start with if you could tell us about the Reuben, because I heard it's award-winning. And what's the name is the King, I believe.
It's called the King.
The King.
The Reuben is made on a New York style thick rye bread. It's made with a really nice sliced corned beef, sliced nice and thin so that it's easy to eat. Mm-hmm. We use a combination of Thousand Island and Russian dressing. We mix it together. There's plenty of open eye Swiss cheese. That's absolutely fabulous. Mm-hmm. And of course the sauerkraut itself. Plenty of that goes on top of the sandwich, so that when you bite into the Reuben, it speaks to you.
I mean, this is the King right here. The name is correct. And I love that y'all did the meat thin because it's a very easy bite.
Absolutely.
You're not like looking at it like, how the heck am I gonna tackle this? You can like take a nice bite and enjoy it and it's not too much work for you.
Right. You don't want it to be work. You want it to be enjoyable.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's delicious. All right, next dish. This looks fantastic. Tell me all about it.
Country fried steak.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really nice piece of beef. We dip it in a batter. Put it on top of a supersized biscuit. Drop some of our sausage gravy on top of it. Serve it with either hash browns or our country potatoes. Some eggs on the side, and voila.
It's like biscuits and gravy, but like a step up for biscuits and gravy. You get the country fried steak on it.
Absolutely.
That is amazing. Wow.
Thank you.
Really good. Okay, dessert time. Okay, like you mentioned earlier, apple pie. Tell me about your desserts.
Mom's apple pie. Mm-hmm. We have customers that come in and order this apple pie. We warm it up. Sometimes we throw a slice of cheese on it, serve it with a cup of coffee, or we serve it with ice cream, or we serve it with whipped cream. It's very versatile. And people will sit down and have coffee and apple pie and just talk about and reminisce about the 50s all day long.
This is amazing.
Thank you.
Come in here and get a nice slice of this. But definitely have whipped cream or ice cream. You gotta have one of the two with it.
Absolutely.
Because it just makes it right there. Well, thank you both so much for everything. Thanks for sharing the story of the restaurant, and we look forward to the future.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
And thank all of you. Come see us at Johnny Angels at 3546 St. John's Bluff Road. We'll see you there.
We had such a great time at Johnny Angel's Diner today, located right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Listen, I love a good diner, and this one, they have got it going on. All the food was fantastic, and they are one of America's best restaurants. And for the ABR Roadshow, I'm Danyel DeTomo. I'll see y'all next time.